Alrighty, we are back. This is 01 of 1, and we are playing Space Engineer Survival, small grid only. Still waiting for some of the graphics to show up. There we go. Alright. So, in the last episode, we made this little section over here, which we are still kind of sort of working on, for our little docking area, right? So we've got all of our ships now docked, which is kind of cool. I'm going to make like another dock probably over here on this side for smaller ships, then I'll probably make another dock out this way once I extend the station out this way some more first. But we would like to get more stuff up here. And so the thought process here is that we're going to go down to here and grab some of these wrecks, so we can see 3 of them immediately right there. I'm sure there are others around here. And we're going to see if we can pull those up here so we can disassemble them. So, what we need to do is build a ship that can actually power. And that was my hard drive spinning back up again. Yeah, I have this game on a standard hard drive, not a solid state drive, so it's fine. Okay, so we just need something with a lot of power and a really big magnet. So, how do we want to start this? So I had some ideas of making it look somewhat like a spider. Or, I don't know, like maybe like one of those little crane things, like the little games where you eat little plush toys or whatever, like a little crane game. Something like that, but I wonder if that would be the best idea here, or if I should go for something a little different. I don't know. Well, I suppose the first thing we can do is place a block. Is this large or small grid? There we go. Then we'll just rotate it so it's kind of that way. Alright, so that is our first block that we have placed. Alright, so now we have to build off of this. Okay, so let's assume that we want to use a very large magnet on here. So the biggest magnet that we can put on here is going to be this one, and I believe it's a 3x3. Now is that... No, this can't be rotated. Okay, so that is... Something wrong with my throat right now. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so we got that. Throat, you need to work with me here. You need to work with me. All right, are we good? Are we good? Okay. I think I'm okay. I don't know, man. I just got done eating breakfast. It was actually quite delicious. I got a skillet. Scrambled eggs, potatoes, bacon, sausage, and green peppers and mushrooms. And it was delicious. Okay, so this is going to be our platform for actually picking up the stuff. So what I'm thinking I kind of want to do is we're going to build this up and around. So I'm still kind of going for the claw slash spider look, I think. And I have honestly no idea how this thing is going to look once it's all ready and done. But I do know that if I want... Actually, do I want this one? Or do I want this one? Not that one, this one. See, it's a little different way of doing it, but it gives me a square box up top instead of a triangle box, which I think is actually going to be better for what I'm trying to do here. Alright, so yeah, we're going to go with this, and okay, so that's the first one. Good. Right. And then we can fill this up with just standard old blocks. I'll just do the corners for now. So this is going to be kind of like the central part of the ship. We're just going to kind of drop down, kind of connect to stuff, and then, you know, kind of go from there. And we're going to put these corners on there again. Because, I mean, we're going to be connecting to large grid ships, so we are going to need quite a lot of power on here. So I'm going to need probably a lot of batteries. Okay, so let's go ahead. And get this all built up. Now I have to be very, very careful that I do not hit this at all, because it will go spinning and I will probably lose it. Okay. Now, another thing that I have to worry about is the thruster splash, because that can do damage, and if you do enough damage, you will break a block, and if you happen to be connected to the block that you are breaking, you then lose connection, and then the ship falls back down. So, we need to sort of figure out a way to avoid that, and then also put enough thrusters on here, and we're going to have to use large thrusters, probably tier 3. That we can actually lift one of those huge ships. So that's going to be interesting as well. Okay, so let's see, and the thruster splash is what, 13 blocks on large grid? What is that? Automated division light transport? What are you doing? Where are you? I don't know where he went. He's moving somewhere. Oh, there he is. Okay, that guy. Don't know what he's doing. Okay. So, how do we want to do this? Okay, and then, so 13 blocks. That's going to be what, 3? 2? It's probably 2, right? And that's 4. Yeah, we need to make this a lot bigger. And then another thing that I can do with the middle part here is use this for all of my battery storage. So, for example, we could build this up over here. And then I could do just a solid battery in the middle there. And we're probably going to want the tier 4 batteries, let's be honest. Do I need these ones? Probably not. It's not letting me, there we go. No, it's letting me take stuff out. Okay, good. Alright, so we will put this guy in here. Sort of like the very first battery for us. Let's turn our light on so we can actually see something. Okay, and then another thing that we can do is this doesn't necessarily need to be completely solid, because it's literally just something to lift stuff off of the planet. So I could build sort of like just like a framework, use like a lot of beams and stuff like that, and have that be sort of what we're using for everything. Now, another thing that I probably want to do is build more batteries, first and foremost. So, make 100 of those, grab those, that'll work. Okay, so I could build like a core of batteries up in the middle, which would probably work, or I could also build over here on the side. But then that would also make this like really easy to take out the batteries because you can just shoot them, whereas if they're in the middle here, I can build something around them. So I'm thinking I probably want to put these in the middle. And then we'll build at least a little bit of protection around them. And I'm probably gonna need a lot of batteries, let's be honest. What is the issue here, sir? Okay, so that one is not connected through somehow, some way. That's not good. Oh, this took damage. Okay. There we go. All right, so now from here, I'm just gonna build this little extra protection around here, and I'm gonna round the corners. I think that'll actually make kind of like an interesting look for all of this stuff. Plus it's gonna allow me to get some extra height between where the thrusters are going to be mounted and where the magnet is going to hopefully connect onto something. So let's see, we'll throw that in there. See, it creates like a little void like in between this block and this block, so it kind of makes it look interesting, which I kind of like. Now the only bad thing is you can't see the charge of the batteries, but that's not necessarily a requirement here. All right, so that is that. Probably gonna need water soon. Okay. All right, so we've got our core kind of being set up here. And now I think we're going to decorate a little bit with some of these beam blocks. So what I would like to start with is this. And then we'll just do half blocks. I'm not going to go up to the full beam block, because honestly I like the way the half blocks look better. Okay. And there is our half beam. So the idea is to make this thing look a little industrial, but not like super industrial. All right. And then another idea that I had, which could be interesting, is we have these blocks, right? Which kind of fit nicely right there in the corner. A little bit more structure, gives us a little bit more width. This is purely aesthetics. It's adding weight, which probably isn't the best thing in the world. But hopefully we're gonna have so many thrusters on here that it's not really gonna matter. So there is that. Throw those in the corner. All right. So there's that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. It's a nice look. I could do the same thing like over here on the inside, but I think I'm just gonna leave that as is. All right. I think I probably want to bring this up another battery or two. So yeah, let me throw on another battery in here. Plate. There we go, orange. Oh, and that I don't need. Okay. Battery. Alright. Alright, so that is now making all of the things. At least it's supposed to be making all of the things. It is making all of the things. It's just not letting me extract all of the things. There we go. Okay, so that is 3 tier 4 batteries on here so far. Alright, and then we need the curved pieces. Oh, and I'm gonna need a really big gyro on here too, so I gotta make sure I have space for that. Okay, now we need to go back into the beam blocks, throw a bunch of these on there. Okay, and then we'll go back into here. Throw these little guys in there. Okay. So that is sort of where we need to be. Just build everything up real quick. Should be everything. Alright, good to go. Now, we can start working on probably where the thrusters are going to go. So first things first is we're going to bridge this across. I need more plate. Okay. Okay, so now that we've got this sort of kind of in place, how do we want to do, because the large thruster is going to be 3 wide, right? And then I'm still going to need thrusters in all of the other directions as well, just not as many. So what if, actually, I have an idea. I don't know if it's going to work out very well, but I am going to try it. Okay, so we're going to go with that there. And then that to connect to that. And that gives us a full block space out here on the side to work with. Okay. And then from here, I think I want to go, and I can actually use these again. I want to go in a block, but I had to do it like on the side here because then I can actually make the pattern kind of flow into each other. Whereas I would not be able to do that if I did it in a different way. And then we could put in a 45 here. Yes. Yes, I am liking this. Okay. Okay. And that is what that is going to look like. Should give us a decent amount. Yeah, and then plus that looks really, really nice too, like with the curve. I'm okay with that. Okay. So we'll get this done again. Okay, so we'll do that. That. Alright. Do that there. Alright, and then we'll go into that one again. Alright. Okay, now we need to go into here. Throw these pieces on. And something I could do, if I really want to see the batteries inside of there, is replace this with glass. I think that would be an aesthetic decision that probably wouldn't be a terrible one. Okay, so now we need to go here to here, right? And then we'll go back to here. Sorry for the sun being in your eyes. It's in my eyes too. There we go. Okay, so that side is now done. Okay. Yeah, we can throw this piece on there. Throw that piece on there, and then go into these pieces. Do the same thing over here. Nope. This way, that way. Okay. Then we'll go into these pieces, and let's see, it'll go in there like that. Alright, then there's that side, and this side. Okay. Let's get this all welded up, see what it looks like. Did that get all of it? I think I did. All right. Yep, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot, actually. Okay, so now what I want to do is have more of these guys, but have them be sideways in here, so that way it looks more structural rather than, I don't know. I don't know what word I'm thinking of right now, but it just makes it more see-through and less solid, I guess. I don't know. Okay, there's that. All right. And now from here, we can start putting in our large thrusters. And we're gonna want T3, large ion, these guys. All right, so this is gonna have to go. Okay, how do we want to get this in here now? Okay, no, I think I might have to rethink this idea here. Now, if we move that up one, do we lose that look? And then I think in the middle here, we could go to a half block from a full. Have that be just kind of like our extra little support inside of here, and then these ones are fine, or we could change these to 45s. But I don't know if that's gonna work with what I'm trying to do here. What if I went with this? Because then we still get that little half block of space on the bottom there. I think that'll work. Okay, now we need some alloy plates. Alright, so we're going to need a lot of downwards thrust, but probably not as much as you might think. So I'm wondering if just going to 3 would be good enough. See, now I'm wondering about how we're connecting in here and if that's going to be good enough. Because right now there's no connection right there. So I wonder if instead of these, we go with the piece where it's just got the corner missing, which is inside of this block. Or this block group, I should say. Because then we can actually still connect to those. We still have the half block on the bottom, and yeah, I think that might actually be the way to go. Sir, that is not where you're supposed to go. All right. And then if I kind of ran this over here, see, this is why I was saying like having the half block in there to have like just like an extra mounting point to hold those in, I think might be a good idea. And then we want to go with this corner guy. That way. Okay. Now, do I go, instead of going to a point here, do I go with the half block and run that out to the side? I'm thinking that's probably going to be the better option. And then I can go from here into the tip. And then I can do, I don't know, something decorative on the end here. Maybe put like an antenna or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But now the question is, does that completely destroy the little curve that I had going on there? Survey says nope. It actually enforces the curve. Makes it look better. Okay, good to go. All right, so 3 large thrusters here. So we're gonna have 12 all the way around. That should be enough to lift up something fairly heavy. Considering that just 2 is enough to lift an entire, you know, large grid containers worth of ore, plus, you know, all of the drills full of stuff. I mean, I think this should be more than enough. I think. We shall see. All right, and then over here on the top, how do I want to handle this? So I'm thinking it might be a good idea to go with this. And then these to sort of connect back down. And that'll run to there, I think. No, not there. But there. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But now that gives us a nice little curve going that way, which we can then cover. Okay, so let me see how this is going to work. I want to go down with these now. And then we'll go with this guy to sort of tie all of that in. Okay, so something like that, and then these guys can go onto here. Take that out, put that one in there. I think that'll go to there. All right. This actually gives us a little bit more room over on the end. So like instead of having these here, what I could do is put another large thruster pointed outwards and then design around that. Because then that, once I get this over here, I'll have my 4 cardinal directions plus my down, and then I'll just need to put a few in the upwards direction, and I think that will be good. So we'll go ahead and put that there. And then how do I want to handle this? Okay. Let's say that I do this into a 45. Actually, is that gonna work? I'm gonna have to find out the... Yeah. Hang on. Let me just throw this out here first, and then we'll see if it works as I think it's going to work. And then the reason why I want to do this is because I can then take these guys, put that in here to give ourselves a little bit more protection around the thruster itself. Then we'll go into here, go into the half slab. And then if I can make all of this sort of talk to each other, I think that'll actually be pretty good. And then, okay, so then I need to grab these guys again. And then we'll run this all the way out to there. And then we'll go into the tip here. Then we'll run this all the way out to there. One more, or is that, no, okay. And then we'll run this guy out to the edge here. Do I like that? I don't think I like that. We have another option, don't we? Yes, we do, this guy. I don't know how I like that though. It'll be fine. We'll do it. See how it looks. Okay. How am I doing on water? I need water. All right. So you can have that and that, and then I will grab some more water. Do I need food? I think I'm good on food. Okay. All right. So now let's get this all built. And I need to run this out the rest of the way. All right. Okay. So this is the ugly piece that I need in there. And since I'm pretty sure it's going to be an ugly piece, I think I know where I will likely find it if it exists. And then this, we can go into the tip like that. Oh, hang on a sec. Maybe we want to run that into a tip as well. So, I don't know if we have the pieces for that, but I will look and hopefully we do. So if I go with this, right? I put this in there. I know that we have a piece that can fit into here, where it goes up to half and then up the rest of the way. I know that we have that piece, but I don't think that's what I need in here. So I like how this looks. Transition base mirrored. Okay. Hey, check that out. It's actually exactly what we need. Okay, sweet. So then we'll bring that in over there. And then all I need to do is bring in, I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so not exactly the best because it's got like a little divot right there, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? I mean, everything goes where it needs to go, so that's always good. Alright, now we'll continue this over here to the tip. Throw that guy in there. Alright, and then we go into number 6. Now, the only bad thing about this is I have to repeat this another 3 times, which is probably not going to be fun. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, and then you can go into there. Alright. So there are our little arms, I guess. And then I can do some sort of like a angle up to the tip here. I think that would be pretty good. Alright, so grab that, grab that, grab that, and grab that. Hopefully I have enough pieces and parts for all of this. Okay, Alright, so that's it for that side, so that's good. And then, let me see how far down I have to go for this. Just 2 blocks? Might help if I actually put it in the middle though, right? And then, let me see if I can do 2 there, 2 there. That actually works out really nicely. Alright. Alright, now that has to go here and here. And then that has to go there and there. Okay. And then I'm not going to get too crazy in here. I think I might get a little crazy, let's be honest. We're going to go with this. And then, let me see, I'm going to need, is it this one? Yeah, that one. And then we'll bring this down into just a normal tip here. And then we'll throw that there, and then we'll go into these to kind of wrap that up and kind of give us a little bit of extra, I don't know, it's not really protection, but just a little extra design, I guess. So yeah, pretty basic, right? We're not covering up that there, but that's fine. And you have a Cyclops out there. He looks like he's close. Alright, so that is 2 of our directions, and now I have to do the same thing a bunch more times. Yay. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do here is we'll just continue this on towards wherever this has to go. Yeah, that should be fine. Just like a little extra detail here. We're not gonna do too much with it. And then I could take these out as well. And then we'll throw in this here. Alright. So there's that. We're at 43 minutes in the video already, and I do want to sort of maybe hopefully get this thing done, or at least add to the point to where it can actually do stuff. So I'm going to pause and get the other wings of this thing on, and yeah, we'll see how it looks. Alrighty, so that took a little doing, but we've got all of the little arms built now. And we can start working on the central area, which will hopefully, oops, missed a piece, house our cockpit, gyros, any air. Oh, am I gonna need a connector on here? Probably. I don't even know where I would put a connector on here, to be completely honest with you. Zero idea. But yeah, so that's 5 of the 6 directions all taken care of. So that's good, I think. It's kind of what it looks like so far. So it's, I don't know. And then there's going to be like little domey type thing here. Honestly, I don't know if those 3 batteries are going to be enough to power all of these thrusters. Probably not. So I should probably stick a cockpit on here just because, or just to test it maybe. But then again, I'm also going to need a really big gyroscope on here, so I'm thinking I put a very large gyroscope on here, in that space, because that's a good place for it, right? Man. And And that should be enough to hopefully help me move whatever it is I need to move. Because I am going to be moving like large grid stuff here, so it's going to be interesting. Alright. So with that, we can now move it around, and honestly I could just throw like a remote control on here and just have this be it. And I can do like some little thrusters or whatever, like up in here maybe, or around here, I don't know. But I kind of want to like be down there and drive, because I don't want to have to do everything through cameras. So, now for the hard part. How do we get this to do everything we need it to do? And then also, another good question is, what orientation of cockpit do we want to have on here? Do we want to have this be like the back or the bottom? Because I mean, like, if it's the back, then, you know, that's kind of what we're looking at from the rear of it. Whereas, like, if that's the bottom, oh, dude, I completely missed this entire side here. What are you doing? Okay. I'm gonna pause real quick and I'm gonna put this in. Be right back. Okay. So that is now in right there. Good to go. I think that was everything. All in all, like, I don't mind the design. Like, the design actually looks decent. And then I could take these out and put thrusters in its place, which actually might be a good idea if I think about it. Oh, and there was a half block that I accidentally ground out of there. Let's throw that back in there. All right. Now, thrusters, and then we'll just use like the little thrusters. And then throw those in there. Okay. No, I need a alloy plate. Okay. What do we got? Grab a couple of those. Now, the thought is that we're going to need more thrust to lift and probably less thrust to slow down. Now, if I'm like... I mean, I'm also counting that I'm going to be like fighting against gravity while doing this. So this could very well end up badly where I have nowhere near enough thrust to slow down. Completely a possibility. But with these installed here, we will have all of the directions required for where we gotta go, and I'm just gonna use the ship to build that up because it takes too long to do it by hand. Got everything there. I think we got everything there, right? Yeah, okay. And we'll take this one, and this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay. All right. Okay, so there is that. All right. I mean, I don't really need much more than a cockpit on here, and then this thing is pretty much good to go. So I suppose the question becomes, how do we want to do this? Well, if we assume that that gyroscope is, what, 4 blocks tall? 3 blocks tall? No, 4 blocks tall. Okay. So then that will cover that area. 2, 3. There we go. Okay. And then as far as decoration in here goes, I'm just going to use the beams again. Oh, yeah, and I need to get over here too. All right. Beams. Get the base beam. There we go. We want to go this way. And we can put in these ones as well. All right. All right, now let's get those fixed, welded, whatever you want to call it. All right, so that will fully enclose all of that. Okay, and now we can go from, actually, hang on, let me replace these top ones. I want this to go down to a 45. I mean, granted it is a 45, but I mean like a full, across the block, 45. Let's see, we need this thing right here. Okay, so we want the 45 to be facing us. Good to go. All right. All right, so there's that. Get those welded up real quick. All right, so now we just need to fit a cockpit in here somehow. How do we want to do this? Okay, so if we have that here, we have, I think I want to use like the industrial one because everything else about this looks pretty industrial. So then we probably want this to be here like that, I think. And then in place of that there, we can take these beam blocks and do the 2x1s to kind of like, I don't know, clamp down on the shell here. And then over in here, because it's a little thinner, we'll have to change that up a little bit. Oh, and that's got a whole thing here, okay. Okay, so we'll figure something out here. Could be as simple as just, you know, continuing the beam blocks down, which would be fairly easy to do. So then we would take this guy, and I could just end it right there, to be completely honest. Like, that would work. And I feel like I want to go with these to the back. All right, and then this guy needs to go in here like that. That goes in there, okay. Good. grab all the pieces for that. How did I not grab all the pieces for that, sir? Are we out of computers? Apparently we're out of computers. Alright. So there's that. Let me get this welded up a little bit. Okay, so I feel like we could actually extend the tip out here. I think that does go out like a full block, so yeah, it does. Okay, good. And then we'll grab these tips here. There we go, something like that anyways. And then as far as filling out the rest of this, okay, let's say that I do want to put in some sort of, but then how would I connect all of that? I'm saying like an oxygen tank and a hydrogen tank in here. Like I have room for it. Like if I do this guy and throw that in there, right? So that would be my hydrogen, and then I could put oxygen over here on this side. Now that I think about it, that would probably be a really good idea, especially on the planet. I feel like I want this side, yeah. All right. Because my thrusters or jetpack does not work very well in gravity. Then the question is, how do I get this thing to fill up? Now there is an option. I could do a T-section here so I have those to build off of. Okay, let me get this. I need 2 of these. Is that the right way? That is the right way. Okay. Sure didn't rotate on me. Okay. So with that, we've got, well, assuming we can fill these, we have hydrogen and oxygen. And then I need to figure out some way to bring the sides here into this. And the easiest way to do that might actually just be to do this, but then I don't want to cover up that if I can help it, and I'm also thirsty. So let me get some water. There we go. All right. Now I should be able to move this thing all around. Ooh. I do not have enough batteries. When I did the forward thrust, it did not have enough get up and go. Okay, so if that is the case, then I need more batteries on here somewhere, which I could put in here. So I've got room for them if I need them. But let me get this guy out of the way. Okay. Okay. So if we hop in here and we go forward, you can see that I quickly max out the thrust. But I mean, like, this thing is like super, super maneuverable. So once we actually connect something on here, we're likely going to be able to move it. As far as like, you know, turning and moving and orienting and all that other stuff. Whether or not we can lift it off the planet, that's another question. So, batteries. What are my options here? I could stick like another battery to the side here, but I think I want to put them back here if I'm going to put them anywhere, because I've got room for it. What the? Oh, got too close to the thrusters. Okay. Like, what is hurting me? Stop hurting me. Okay, so that's the gyroscope, so I can't go any farther that way. Okay, so then I can only go out to 3, so that would allow me to keep those there. But I can put another 4 batteries on here like this. So then we'll just take out the middle 3. On all sides. Okay. And I'm going to need some metal plates. I'm going to need 4 of them at least. We'll move up 1 more over. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that is our batteries. Now hopefully this will be enough to have all of the thrusters work at the same time, because we're going to need all of them. I should probably deposit some stuff into my... Yeah. Because otherwise I'm going to be making like a million trips here, so we'll throw that in there, throw that in there, throw that in there. Okay. Okay, there's 1 extra battery. Oh, and we are way over an hour. I am going to pause, get these things built, and then we'll do our closeout. I had to make a quick pit stop for some gold. Ran into something interesting though. It turns out that where my gold mine is, over there, that wreck still has active guns on it. So I had to go way over there to go into the gold, or to make a new tunnel. So I went under there, tunneled pretty much all the way over to the gold, and went all the way back out, and then came back over here. So that's kind of what I got going on here. We're just kind of moving everything over right now. Hopefully I got a decent amount of gold out of all of that. I hope I did. Yeah, it looks like I did all right. Okay, so we should have enough gold for a while. And then, as long as I've got this going still, unless I'm missing something else now. What am I missing now? Or is it just processing? No, I think it's just processing. Okay. That is fine. As long as the refineries are running, which they should be. Let me see. Refinery. Okay. And then they're going through the stone first, and then because the stone is the fastest, and going through the gold, and they all have gold. Good. Good. Good, good, good. All right. So it seems like everything is working, so I'm going to work on finishing these batteries, and I'll be right back. Yeah, you can see I took a little bit of damage on this guy. Not too much, though, so that's good. Alright, so we're going to turn the throw off on, and we're going to be way over an hour. I mean, we're already at an hour 6, and we still got, like, more to do. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to run this over by the repair bay. Alright, and then let's get ourselves angled down. I think that is enough to get me fixed. Yep. Perfect and sparkly again. Nice. Alright, so I'm gonna go over here and park. Okay, and locked. Good. Alright, so seems like that is working out fairly well. Alright, I will be right back again, hopefully this time with the batteries complete. Well, if it's not one thing, it's another. We are out of silver. Yep. Alright, well, we're pretty much not going to be able to finish all of the batteries on here, but we can finish some of them at least. At least one other additional one. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough for the rest of that, unfortunately. Alright, well, I mean, we're kind of sort of there, right? So let's see if we can... no, we are still using up 100%. So we still need more battery power, even with those extra 2. So, anyways, something else I got to work on. This is going to be our little lifting ship here. I know we don't have the sun here, so it's not really... Oh, my goodness. Huh. This thing is so fast. Look at this. It's like, bam. I'm already at 64. It's crazy. And then slowing down. Okay. I gotta admit that this is kind of fun. I do like this. So let me face towards the sun a little bit. And I feel like we need to do like a back view maybe. Without the moon in the way. So let's try maybe this side. Let me see if I can get something of a good view on here. Alright, maybe here. Yeah, alright. Now, let me grab a little snag of this. There we go. Alright. So, we've got that now. Let's head back over to the base. Wow, this thing is crazy fast. Okay. So, yeah, so I'm just going to push it down. There you go. That was like for like, I mean, you should have heard the clicks, right? And we're already at 15 meters per second. So we have a lot of power on here. A lot of power, which is good. So hopefully that means that we will actually be able to do stuff. Lift stuff off the planet. Of course, I'm going to have to scout everything on the planet to make sure they don't have any guns on them. Or if they do have guns, that the guns are inactive. But yeah. So that is our little recovery ship. Lifting ship, I guess. So there we go. So that's all I got for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. And if you did, hopefully you'll join me for the next one. But until then, have a good one.